Hello, today my name is Yadira Ambert, and today I want to talk a little bit about more in depth into a strategy that I would recommend for you to have when you're creating your books for KDP, Amazon, specifically for how to find niches and how to best select your keywords so you can be successful in for ranking. Yesterday, I on the previous video, I talked a little bit about more in depth into what you need to look for, the type of tools that you can utilize just for inspiration. But today I want to focus on niches and keywords, specifically on what to do and to give you examples on what to do, right? Because sometimes we are so caught up into, okay, I get it. I have a niche. I know exactly what I need to do with this niche, but now what, right? How do I put it into place? How do I make it bigger and better? For today's purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and just give a quick overview of something that we talked about yesterday, and is start with something that you know. I cannot stress this enough. If when you're starting a business like this, you gotta start with something that you know. You cannot just go ahead and do something that you're completely unfamiliar with, because you're not going to be successful. It is basically the easiest way to start is just start with something that you know. So if you're passionate about a topic, then the ideas will flow very easily, right? I do have a child, so for me it's very easy to come up with the type of activity books that he will like. So I'm giving you an example, right? I'm passionate about my kid. I'm passionate about the type of books that he will do. So in this scenario, I'm going to use an example for an activity book for a girl. Although I have a boy, but I kind of know exactly, the things that boys and girls do like. So continue to break it down, right? So I know I want to do an activity book for kids, right? So, but I want to be very specific about the type of book. And this type of book is going to be for kids ages 4 to 8. It's going to include mazes and puzzles. It's going to be for kids that are in elementary school, right? So if there's a kid lower than 4, that means they're not going to be able to do these mazes. That means that puzzles are not going to be for them. So as a mom, they already know that this book is not for a preschool child. But if you have a school in elementary, then this book is going to be for them, right? And it's going to have unicorns, because why not, right? Unicorns are very, very popular. Again, the type of tools that you can use for inspiration is Self-Titan Publishing Titans, which is a plugin that you can add to Chrome. AMZ Keyword Extension, another tool that you can use to see what kind of things people are searching for. And then the very third one that I would just going to throw out there, there are other paid tools like Helium 10, Book Bolt, Publishing Rocket that I do use a lot. It is a paid tool that is phenomenal, and I use it quite often, and I made the investment to use it. But in this case, obviously, I'm just giving you a few examples of things. Now, let's go deeper into what these examples of the type of books that you can use under this category, right? For kids ages 4 to 8. So don't limit yourself to a certain category. Narrow it down to find the perfect niche, right? It's all about narrowing it down until you find that perfect niche that is going to be for you, that is going to be successful, and you're going to be able to sell books over and over again and have a monthly income, which is what we're striving for, right? So I'm giving you, I broke it down into 3 different buckets. One is simple, another is detailed, and another complex. And again, thinking about the category of children, elementary school children, what kind of things that they utilize, what kind of things like are going to be great for them. And obviously, under the simple category, just a simple notebook, right? So think about the things that they currently use for school that are going to be useful. A mix of notebook and activity pages will be phenomenal. Something like a journal. Again, something that they can write with about the experiences, about their day-to-day, or even a sketchbook, right? Children do like to color, they like to do activities, but they also like to draw. So just keeping it simple and real for them. If you want to go into a little bit detail, log books for kids, right? So now we're thinking about on a day-to-day basis, what are the things that they're going to be doing that are worth logging? simple activities, right? Whether it is, a short list of things to do at home, that could also be made into a fun activity and be mixed with something else. And then if you go into complex, obviously, again, maze and puzzles, coloring books, word searches. I mean, the list can go on and on. But I just wanted to give you a breakdown, an idea of, the kind of niches that you can find if you continue to narrow it down. Again, the idea is to find a category, narrow it down to just one simple thing. And then last but not least is that keyword strategy, right? Use those tools that are going to help you find those keywords that is going to help you rank your book. Like I mentioned, you can use tools like self-publishing titans or publisher record for inspiration. But at the end of the day, if you go with a topic that you're very knowledgeable, these ideas will flow very easily. But I just wanted to give you an example of how something could look like for an activity book, right? So I broke it down into 7 categories that will go into those 7 spaces, right? Text boxes that you have within KDP, Amazon Publishing. So sometimes we get a block into, should I repeat a word? What kind of other things? Should I have a comma? Should I have something that makes sense? And at the end of the day, no, because the way that the Amazon algorithm works is just it will be able to pick up those keywords that people are searching for and just trying to find clues within your keywords that will help your book pop and rank out there. So for example, under the category, right? Type of interior. So what kind of interior is? It's activity pages, right? It's an activity book. So definitely you're going to have something in the keywords that will have that. Talk about niche and sub niche, right? It's an activity book for kids in elementary. You can be very specific about it. What does the cover have? So the cover will have unicorns and rainbows and clouds and stars, anything that would help identify your book and that makes it very unique. Who is it for? In this particular case, it's going to be for kids ages 4 to 8 in elementary school. So be very specific of who is it for, which market might use it. It could be a gift for kids and children in school, right? Or it could be for different things. But just be very specific of what the type of market that might use it. Another, search phrases, activity book with mazes, puzzles for kids. This is where those tools like self-publishing titans and publisher record could help you find other phrases that perhaps you didn't thought of. And other words that you can use as a keyword strategy. Early learning, road trip activity, and so forth. Again, you notice that I didn't use commas in here. It's just basic, throwing words out there. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to be perfect. The algorithm, like I mentioned for Amazon, should be able to pick this up and should be able to be very easy for you to have something like this be able to help you rank in your book. So I hope this is very helpful. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and post another video that it's part 2, continuing the end of the year challenge that I'm doing right now. That one is going to be all about designing the covers, how to do that, on the different platforms to use. So hopefully I can see you next week. And if you have any questions about any of these things that I mentioned today, leave a comment below. Hopefully you can subscribe for notifications and you can get the next video. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.